So today I was able to get the alternator in place and the belt on. That's all done. I also took care of my wiring. If you guys remember from the last video I took, all the wiring came right down through here. I'm going to be putting my, I wasn't having my catch can right here. I'm actually going to move the catch can right here, and I'm going to be purchasing a coolant overflow tank, even though I'll be running water. Both tanks will be going right here. That way it could be a much cleaner look. But if you look right here, you'll see, of course, all the wiring is gone now. It's nice and flat. Actually tucked everything back here behind the headlights. So that's what I've accomplished today. My next goal is I'm going to redo some of the wiring that's on it now, as in a lot of the looms and whatnot. I'm gonna get that all taken care of, clean this stuff up a bit. Some of it got burnt from the exhaust the last couple of years when, of course, it was on it. So you can see right here, some of it's melted. I don't like that look, and if I'm taking my time and doing this car right, I want to go ahead and essentially just recover all the wiring and make sure everything's good to go. Besides that, I'm going to get once that's done, or after that, or before that rather, I'm going to go ahead and start installing the ProCharger pulley and the ProCharger head unit itself. Get that done, taken care of that way, because if I do the radiator and the shroud and all that good stuff, I'm gonna be blocking my way to right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and get that taken care of first. But just want to give you guys just a look-see of everything I cleaned up. So if you guys remember from the last video, it was kind of a mess. Sadly, I can't do much this side right here, just because, well, it's going to be very, very hard to. But believe it or not, a lot of this mess actually still gets plugged into the engine, so it won't be as bad. But so far, still making good progress. Alright, so we got the wire covering in. My wife bought some last night actually for me, so I can take care of this wiring issue. Mainly just, as I explained in the previous video, some of the wiring and whatnot has been burnt up, and some of it under the car just looks kind of, you can tell I just threw it together. So Monday, when I did the transmission and the converter, I rerouted the wiring to make it look better. Now we're just going to go ahead and cover it up, protect it, and then we're going to do the wiring inside the engine compartment as well. Get that done, and also I got the pulley on as well as the spacer on last night as well. So today's a whole new day, and I'm going to pretty much focus primarily on getting the wire covered up and taken care of. So that way I have no more issues. So if you guys remember from the I think it's two videos ago, I had actually under here, that's the wiring I'm referring to. Now the wiring back here for the, if you can see it, it's for the trans brake and the trans cooler line for both the gauges. Over here, I'm not sure if you can see it or not, that's the wire I actually rerouted to make it look neater. I'm going to go ahead and cover that up, and then this wire right here, I'm going to be, all the red wire right here, cover that up. I'm going to rerun this one here as well and cover all this wire up. That way it looks better. So instead of me boring you guys with the nitty-gritty, I'm going to put some of this on time lapse, but I'm not going to bore you guys with the wiring because I don't think anybody really likes to do any type of wiring. I personally don't. I don't even want to cover this stuff up, but I know in the end it's gonna make everything look better. If I'm blinding you guys, I'm sorry about that. I just realized what I was doing. There we go. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and put this thing on time lapse, and if not a time lapse, you guys at least seen the previous one By the transmission, you've already seen the engine compartment with all this wiring right here. Like I said, the majority of it doesn't look too bad. It looks like a cluster, of course nothing's plugged in, but some of it right in here. There's just small pieces that need done. Nothing extreme, but hopefully we have enough. About 12 or 10 feet of it, so that should be enough. Alright guys, until I don't know. Well, should take me probably a couple hours honestly to do all this. I'm not gonna rush. I'm gonna take my time, make sure it looks nice. Alright, stay tuned. Alright, now that I'm done with the bottom for the wiring right here, this is what I was referring to by the cleanliness. Just trying to clean everything up. Wires hidden, tucked away. Okay, for the top right here, what I was referring to is, I'm not too sure if you guys can see this or not. Back here, it's all burnt. And there's a few more places like I've already shown you prior that are burnt. So I'm gonna go ahead and just essentially start plugging the injectors in, water pump in, alternator in, and then I'm not gonna plug the coils in until they're on. The fuel lines are gonna go ahead and go on, and I'm just pretty much gonna go, plug by plug, figure out what needs to be replaced, and cut it, trim it, and then put the new on, and then if any of the covers need cleaned off or anything like that, I'm going to clean them off as well. I'm going to put this on time lapse. So once again, I'm boring you guys. It's kind of boring stuff, but it makes it look nice. So. And welcome back. Alright, as you guys can see, well, all the wiring is done. Got the coils on, coil brackets, everything's mounted to the valve covers. So the top end for right here, all the wiring and whatnot is all completed. Awesome. I also went ahead and redid all the wiring. I wanted to, as you can see, keep everything a lot neater. So if you guys remember from the last time, a few years back, I had the car done. I just threw some cheap Canton valve covers on there, and then the old coils, the old coil bracket. I just kind of, plugged everything in the way it should have been, but I did not really take my time and truly try to do it the neatest job as I possibly could. So, excuse me, passenger side's done and driver side's also done. So, you guys can see, I guess for the most part, how well everything is put together. It's definitely by far the best job I possibly could have done. So I'm proud of it, and that's the only thing that matters. But also, I took care of the transmission cooler in the back. That's all wired up and wrapped up, tucked up and out of the way. And also went ahead and, I'm not too sure if I mentioned this in the last video or not, but we went ahead and bought a coolant reservoir. That way, pretty much your overflow, and then my catch can. So all these, oops, knock us over. So all these are all mounted. They're good to go. Next thing we have to do is attach the braided line to the catch can, and I am done pretty much with the wiring. And I wanted to get all the wiring done, and I wanted to mount the two bottles up as well, the two cans. So that's all done. Besides this, I'm going to be going next to the Pro Charger. So I'm fairly certain I might have to double check everything, but for the most part, everything is done. So, I mean, I'm extremely happy with the progress and everything. Hopefully, the GoPro picks up how well everything is done. So, like I said, compared to the last job I did a couple years back, this one far exceeds my expectations on what I wanted the engine to look like. Because if you're anything like me, I want, essentially you want what you want. So if you want something to look a certain way, you do your best to achieve that objective on what you're trying to, on what you want, what your heart desires. So other than that, that is the biggest update since the wiring. So the last couple videos, the engine went in, then the headers went on, and then after that I want to go ahead and take care of all the wiring. Everything is done. The block is mounted, as in the ground is all done. Everything's done. So everything I can imagine wire-wise, plugging everything in. If I were to turn around and essentially hook up a battery to the car, I could just about start it. So that's how close this thing is. But again, I'm not gonna start anything. I'm gonna go ahead and throw the Pro Charger on there once everything's done. So I'm gonna go ahead and do another walkthrough, just for a peace of mind. So once the walkthrough is done, I'm gonna pretty much dot my I's and cross my T's and make sure all the wiring is done. But I've already looked numerous times and I can't find anything else that I need to plug in. So, alright guys, keep watching. Got more cool stuff coming. I'm excited about this. Hope you guys are too. Alright guys, stay tuned. Hey, thanks for watching everybody. I appreciate it very much. Be sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell. And share if you could, please. Thank you.